Later this month, the city of Phoenix, city council could vote to increase sales tax or cut services to residents to balance its more than $2 billion general fund budget.
So Phoenix first responders are now feeling the financial pressure after the state did get rid of a rental tax at the beginning of the year. Let's get to 12 News journalist Troy Lynch, who's live in Phoenix with how Phoenix firefighters are trying to bounce back from this. Troy?
Yeah, Allison, you're right. According to Rent Cafe, 44% of Phoenix's households are being rented. So renters were obviously pretty happy when they no longer had to pay rental tax starting this year. However, that's taken away from the city of Phoenix's general fund budget, which public safety falls under. And now first responders are really feeling that impact.
There are people that die every day in this state because of our issue with funding.
Fire districts and departments around Arizona not only fighting fires, but also fighting for more funding.
The state legislature has cut our budgets exponentially.
As a state organization that represents 8,200 firefighters across the state, we have massive funding challenges.
Last December, the Arizona Department of Revenue announced the elimination of a residential rental tax. The city of Phoenix estimates by 2028, public safety funds will lose almost $40 million because of this. Combine that with the flat income tax for all income levels that started in 2024, the city says it'll see an over $300 million loss for Phoenix's general fund budget.
It really affected us.
In need of more resources and staff, fire departments and districts are being asked to do more with less. According to the National Fire Protection Association, the standard response time for first engines is 5 minutes and 20 seconds. The Phoenix Fire Department is averaging 8.
That's not conducive with being able to save the lives that we need to save.
We know that response times for Phoenix Fire are not where we'd like them to be, and so we need to make some investments in fire.
Phoenix Fire is in need of about 200 more firefighters, but Arizona's 130-plus fire districts are really struggling as well. I sat down with Arizona Senator T.J. Shope, who says Arizona's fire districts are primarily funded through property taxes, but live in small tax bases and are primarily government land.
We have fire districts that are hitting those caps throughout the state. You know, we've had inflation drive up costs over the last few years, so we're constantly trying to figure out ways how to better fund, especially our fire districts.
Now, to help balance the budget, the Phoenix City Council will potentially vote March 18th to increase transaction privilege tax and sales tax by 0.5 percentage point, which could help the Phoenix Fire Department. To put it in simpler terms, a $100 purchase would cost 50 cents more.
It's a very difficult thing to ask any politician to increase taxes.
Willingham and Captain Freiberg say they don't want to pay more in taxes like everyone else, but it's a very small price to pay for better safety.
It's going to get fixed at some point. It's just a matter of how much pain people are going to feel before it gets fixed.
Willingham went on to say that with the slower response times, obviously that impacts the community the most, but he's also worried about his firefighters' mental health, because if they don't have enough staffing, if they don't have enough resources, that means it allows more time for tragedy to strike, and it's less sleep, and obviously that affects their firefighters' mental health, and it's just really hard on everybody that is involved. We're live here in Phoenix. Troy Lynch, 12 News, Today in AZ.
Well, it's certainly not the last we'll probably hear from this. So, Troy, we know you'll follow it for us. Thank you very much.